Mind your business and keep Will Smith's wife's name.
It seems like Will Smith is not happy that his infamous behavior during the Oscar ceremony is in the center of public discussion again, and word is on the street that he is so angry at his longtime pal Eddie Murphy that he is threatening to take legal actions for defamation. Apparently, we are going to witness another cool bromance falling apart and turning into bloodbath, so let's dive into the details of this feud between the comedians. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. So, Will Smith's previously spotless reputation has never as close to being completely destroyed as after his insanely inappropriate behavior during the prestigious Academy Awards when the actor came to the stage and publicly assaulted Chris Rock for making jokes about his wife Jada.
Oh, wow! Wow!
Although the actor seemed to be quite unstable at this moment, he quickly came to his senses and acknowledged his quilt, saying, "My actions at the 94th Academy Awards presentation were shocking, painful, and inexcusable." Despite his apologies, it goes without saying that Will Smith basically buried his career by his own actions. And as you know, the Academy Award Board has decided, for a period of 10 years from April 8, 2022, Smith shall not be permitted to attend any Academy events or programs, which is kinda big deal for all actors. The talk about this incident doesn't die down and basically became the most frequent joke among celebrities. Despite the belief that all the participants of this shameful episode already moved on, it seems like Will Smith can't forget the burning shame every time someone brings this up. So when Eddie Murphy decided to remind about this in a form of a joke during his speech, the 2023 Golden Globe Awards, everyone was laughing, except for Will Smith.
I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself.
Apparently, Will Smith is still ashamed of what had happened, and every time Wen is getting reminded about that incident, he gets angry and sad. So, the speech that Eddie Murphy gave while accepting his award stirred a lot of bad memories inside the actor and decided that it was enough to threaten his fellow comedian to take things to court over this painful reminder. I mean, the whole speech was going smoothly with Eddie thanking his family and people he had worked with, and nothing was hinting at the comedian delivering this very joke when he started to share the tips for young actors at the end of his speech.
It's a definitive blueprint that you can follow to achieve.
No one in the crowd expected Eddie to deliver a joke about Will Smith's infamous incident, but you know that Eddie Murphy never misses a chance to show his funny side, and this moment wasn't an exception. As witnesses say, Will was deeply shocked by the way this joke ended, and since it hit him right in the guts, he is seriously considering to take some legal actions to teach his fellow celebrity how to be more respectful towards his feelings. Well, to many people, it doesn't seem like Eddie crossed the line when he said,
"Mind your business and keep Will Smith's wife's name mouth."
When doing his backstage interview a few moments later, after the speech, Eddie made it clear that he doesn't hold anything against Will Smith, and he just wanted to nicely end his speech with a funny joke. Apparently, now, Will believes that Eddie was trying to damage his unstable reputation even more by reminding people about that shameful incident, and that's why he thinks of letting Eddie know how deeply he had hurt him. Well, Smith may be right, because the whole internet is talking about Third Rule and reliving the slap moment again and again.
I closed with a bang.
You closed with a bang.
Felt good.
The three rules. That last one, though.
Yeah.
Apparently, the only person who is frustrated by this unwanted attention is Will Smith, and despite Eddie's intentions being nice and kind, he still demands justice and believes that he is the victim in this story because people don't let him move on by constantly bringing up this topic. Some people believe that Will is acting like a little baby because if the things go to court, he is quite unlikely to succeed. As one user wrote, Will Smith has no chance of successfully suing Eddie Murphy. Will should just save his money and understand that he needs to own the consequences of his action. And another person commented, Will just keeps destroying what's left of his career. It's sad to see him trying to blame everyone else for his lack of judgment. He doesn't want to be held accountable. Sad, just sad. Now many people wonder if this joke would ruin the relationship between Eddie and Will because these two are known for their longtime friendship. But as it turns out, Will is too enraged and didn't talk to Eddie ever since that speech. As Murphy himself told the media, "No, I haven't heard from anybody, but I don't think it's something that you would even call about. It was a good joke, a funny joke, and I love him. I love Chris Rock, and it's all love." Apparently, Will doesn't think to smooth out things between him and Eddie because he is tired of people making fun of this incident all the time. The actor is looking for a break from never-ending jokes and mentions of this truly shameful episode of his life, but the industry keeps pressing where it hurts the most. However, Eddie was not the only person to stir the mud, and this year's Oscars host Jimmy Kimmel made a lot of jokes about Will Smith's infamous slap at the 2022 Oscars while hosting the 2023 show.
If anyone in this theater commits an act of violence at any point during the show, you will be awarded the Oscar for Best Actor.
And even though it was an innocent jab at the last year's incident, Will also didn't tail it nicely. Moreover, one of the producers at this year's Oscars has revealed that a number of Will Smith jokes were cut from Jimmy Kimmel's script because Will repeatedly mentioned how tired he was from all this mockery. As Molly McNerney, an executive producer of Jimmy's show, and his wife claimed, "I cannot tell you how many Will Smith jokes we had that then we got rid of. We think that only the best for that room made it." She added that some of the risky jokes were left out, as they felt it should be Rock's place to comment on the incident himself. There were certainly some that went harder, but we didn't think that was our place to do that. That should be Chris Rock, not us. And Chris already addressed the incident in his stand-up special for Netflix called Selective Outrage. The comedian spoke in detail about the slap for the first time, saying that it still hurt.
I got smacked in the Oscars by this and people like, did it hurt? It still hurts.
Maybe it was another attempt to make Will embrace the humor because he was clearly considering himself a victim of the backlash after that episode. And although the actor said that had reached out to Chris apologize in person, he got rejected, and the comedian refused to discuss anything with his offender.
He's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out.
Later, after that video message, Chris's brother Tony Rock revealed that Will had been lying about the apology, and in fact, he didn't even contacted his brother to smooth things out like a man. As Tony mentioned, he is deeply disappointed in Will as a man of his word. Not only he had been violent with his brother in the public, but he even wanted to weasel out of the scandal by lying to millions of people who were watching the actor's public statement. So it's clear that all Will's apologies were fake, and the person who he considered the victim in this situation was himself. It's funny how Will managed to shift the tables and make himself look like a victim in this story, trying to sue Eddie Murphy for his words and holding grudges against everyone who even mentions that infamous slap.
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
Apparently, in Will's mind, only Chris Rock is allowed to make as many jokes without any consequences, so he is ready to shut up everyone who is acting disrespectfully towards him and keeps bringing this topic. Well, we are about to see if Will is going to proceed with his threats because I doubt that the jokes would disappear in the nearest future. And I don't think that Will has enough money and power to shut up everyone who is allegedly insulting him by making these jokes.
To handle a feeling of disrespect or insults.
As many people believe, Will Smith has completely forgotten his own role in this story, and somehow he doesn't see himself as an offender anymore, but is quick to protect his honor by dragging people to court over a joke. As one person commented, Will Smith needs to get his emotions under control because he is the reason why he's the butt of these jokes. He shouldn't have done what he did. He knew he was going to get some backlash from his actions. And another user added, Will is lucky he was never charged for assault and sued for $200 million. Yeah, it seems like Will starts to forget that he's not the victim in this story, and the consequences of his actions could have been way bigger than just a couple of innocent jokes. And what do you reckon? Is Will taking the whole thing with the slap and these jokes too close to his heart? And he's going to sue Eddie Murphy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other videos about celebrities and their feuds. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon.